What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in, man. I want to talk about Malika Andrews again. This is like my second video over the last couple of days where I'm speaking about Malika Andrews. She is on ESPN. She was supposed to be the one replacing Maria Taylor, right? They needed a black female face, and even though she's half black, they needed her to sort of be like that melanated sort of a face for women at ESPN. But all Malika Andrews is proving is that she's nothing more than a spiteful, biased woman. Here you have this woman who I believe is biracial, right? Who's in a relationship with a Caucasian man who also is an NBA, is a reporter. And she's trying to she's bringing up the past of Joe Mazulla. He's a assistant coach who the Boston Celtics are going to have, I believe, step in and be the head coach due to Udoka's season-long suspension. And I've spoken about him numerous times. I'll put some of the videos in the description box. Y'all go and check out my commentary so you can get my full viewpoint on this. But I saw this clip of Malika Andrews. Now, Malika Andrews got destroyed by Stephen A. Smith when she tried to come at him. And I don't think she got over that. So what she did was she found out, maybe from Woj, because Woj was on the panel with her, that Joe Mazulla was going to be the replacement coach. And what did she do? She goes and digs up dirt, basically what it was, from his past when he was underage and his 2 arrests where he paid a fine and he moved on with his life. And this just shows you the type of female she really is. Now, you got people that are bringing up her age. Well, she's a 27-year-old woman that is working at ESPN, and she was given that spot because they thought she was mature enough to handle it. But digging up a man's dirt on his past, from his past, a man who is married to a black woman and has children, you thought it was necessary to throw dirt on this man's name. And I appreciate Woj, after she said all that, speaking on, why the Boston Celtics are putting him in a position to be their head coach, is because of his character and his leadership qualities. You see, Caucasian Woj had to clean up the mess of this melanated female who claims that she wants to be supportive of black people, but she really isn't. She's nothing more than a divester, okay? A wolf in sheep's clothing who's at that network to try to assert herself because she really thinks that ESPN is pro-woman and they're going to allow women to just say and do whatever on that network, and that's why Stephen A. Smith had to check her, right? As I did in my video when I spoke about it. Malika Andrews is not who you think she is. And the fact that you had Jalen Rose and Richard Jefferson there, right? I'm not saying they should have said something to her right then and there. It would have been nice, right? But they understand the optics. But that was disgusting. It was disgusting for Malika Andrews to bring up stuff from this man's past. As she said 13 years ago, this man is married with children, and his wife is going to have to see a clip of you running your mouth from the dirt that you dug up of the arrests he had when he was younger, all right, when he was a teenager. Is this what NBA reporting is? So you like, well, Udoka's a bad guy, so Joe Mazulla has to be a bad guy. What if a Caucasian man was put in that position? Do you think that she would have dug up the dirt of a Caucasian man in that situation? No, she would have not. She worships Caucasian men. That's why she's with one who, by the way, I don't even think he claims her. But she's on TV trying to throw dirt on this man's reputation and his character because she's upset at the Ime Udoka situation and she thinks that people are defending him. I'm not defending his actions. I think a lot of men who are in their right mind aren't. Now, you got some of these delusional males that are defending him. But that doesn't give you the right to try to throw dirt on this man's name. You don't know this man. What if somebody went in your past and dug up dirt from your past, Malika? I'm pretty sure you've done things that you're not proud of, that you don't want nobody digging up. And ain't this what women say? Women claim they hate when men bring up their past, right? Whether it be past relationships, baby daddies, maybe a slur behavior. That's why they talk about slur shaming, right? They talk about how men slur shame women. They don't like that. Well, what about you bringing up this man's past about his arrests? What does that have to do with today? What does it have to do with the fact this guy was a head coach? This man was a head coach. This man has been brought in by the Celtics because they see his potential. He's a guy that has been in that organization. He's a guy that they trust. He's a guy that's settled, right? His family is with him. And just the manner of which he goes about this. These type of women can't be trusted. I saw a lot of y'all cheerleading for this heifer when she basically was replacing Rachel Nichols. Y'all remember that? And now she's showing who she truly is. She didn't like what Stephen A. Smith said to her. So you know what she did? She went on her show and she was determined to slander a black man. That's what she was determined to do. And you see, women like that can't be trusted. Women like that are full of it. Women like that are clowns. And they are their own worst enemy. That's why she ain't with no black man, because she doesn't trust them in leadership positions. This is why she said what she said about Joe Mazulla bringing up his past and his 2 arrests when he was a teenager, was to say, you know what, he ain't a good leader either. If it was a Caucasian man, she would never have said anything about his past. I'm pretty sure the man that you're with, that Caucasian man that you're with, Malika, I'm pretty sure he has done things in his past that he's not proud of. Are you going to bring up his past? Or are you going to dig up his dirt? Are you going to dig up David's past? David Miniman? Are you going to bring up his past? Are you going to dig through his past to see if he may have had any discretions, if he's ever cheated before or he's ever been arrested for anything? You're not going to do that, because you see, women like her don't trust male leadership. She is basically a 27-year-old feminist. You see, she can hide who she is most of the time, but some of the time, like now, it's going to come out. How do you thought you was going to go on First Take and you thought you was going to check Stephen A. Smith? How do you think that was going to work out for you? He is basically the star at that network. He has more leeway now than he ever had before, because they need him more now. And to think that he wasn't going to respond and put you in your place just shows you how short-sighted you really are. Malika Andrews is an immature 27-year-old who was put in a position that she shouldn't even. She should have worked towards that. She was given that position because of the Rachel Nichols fiasco and Maria Taylor leaving. And what does she do with it? She wants to slander a melanated brother. He might be, biracial too, but it doesn't matter. A melanated brother who's married to a black woman who has basically a black family. You want to throw dirt on his name for what reason? Why? Because you're mad because another black man got a chance to be a head coach of that team? You don't think a black man deserves to be a head coach of that team? Women like you are disgraceful. Malika Andrews is disgraceful. Your sister got called out for being a liar. So both of you don't deserve your posts at ESPN. I wouldn't be surprised in a couple of years you're not there. I'm so sick and tired of these divester heifers on TV shows, on films. Like they bring that toxic energy wherever they can. And if you're a black man and you don't get in line with them, they're going to attack you. What Malika Andrews did was totally uncalled for. And you did it on a panel with two black men. Two black men. See, Woj saw through that. And Woj said, you know, the Celtics wants him to be the head coach because of his character, because of his leadership, his intangibles that you tried to throw dirt on. And the Caucasian man had to say, well, you know, wait a minute. You know, he's there because he is the right fit for that team. And he is. And I think he's going to do a solid job. That's a good team. I just think that, you know, these women are starting to show their true colors. And this type of behavior shows me why I was never sold on her at ESPN. I thought it was a joke that they were promoting her and pandering to her. She not it. She not it. And what she did is absolutely shameful, and it can't be defended. Who cares if he got arrested as a teenager? Everybody on that panel probably got arrested as a teenager. So what? You going to hold it against them? You're going to bring it up on TV for what reason? Because you hate black male leadership. Just like the rest of these heifers do. That's why they get their posts. Because of their mentality. Maybe that's why she rolls up the ranks at ESPN, because of her mentality. You're no different than the rest of those women that got fired from that network. As a matter of fact, she might be worse, because I don't think Malika Andrews is very mature. I believe she thinks she knows everything. And I think she has a disdain towards black men. So let me say in the comment section, let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'll see you on the next one.